This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Dunedin's multi-million-dollar bus hub will be open for business tomorrow, following a launch today. About 400 people attended a gathering in the Greymouth Town Square, remembering the Christchurch terrorist victims. And authors of beloved tales, including The Book Thief and The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, are Dunedin bound. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Dunedin's multi-million-dollar bus hub will be open for business tomorrow. There was a multi-agency official opening today with dignitaries including Mayor Dave Cull arriving by bus.
The first bus arriving at Dunedin's new hub. Dignitaries and guests chauffeur-driven to the launch of the multi-million-dollar development today. The original budget for the project was $4.4 million, but the cost ballooned by $900,000 after the discovery of some issues mid-project.
So ground conditions have been a bit challenging and there's been some extra time and extra costs. The work on this capital item, the bus hub, is funded out of our transport reserve, so it doesn't have a direct impact on rates.
ORC Chairman Stephen Woodhead says it'll be fully operational in the next week or so, with bus operators gradually introducing services to the hub.
And so more and more services will start running through here over the next few days. And yes, all services that are run to the centre of the city will come through the bus hub.
37 car parks were lost to the project, but Mayor Dave Cull says locals just have to adapt, and Dunedin people can expect more road cones around the city for a few years to come.
Oh, we are. I mean, we've got the hospital rebuild right over there. We've got major works in the George Street that the council's investing in. We've got major works in the tertiary sector area. So things are going to go on for a while. There's a lot of change, but it's very positive change.
Consultation on the project began in late 2016, and it was given the green light in 2017. The Mayor says the hub is a necessary change for the city and is for the greater good.
Oh, this is a great addition to the public transport infrastructure. It brings people together. When they get off a bus, they can get onto the next bus here instead of having to walk a block or two.
The project was funded by the Connect Dunedin Partnership, a group made up of the Dunedin City Council, New Zealand Transport Agency and Otago Regional Council. In Dunedin, The South Today.
Police want to speak to a motorist who helped alert them to a fatal crash on State Highway 1 near Palmerston early today. One person is dead after the single vehicle crash at around 3 a.m. The driver was the sole occupant of the vehicle and died at the scene. Police say they are appealing for information and particularly want to speak with a motorist who arrived at the scene and waved down a truck driver who then called 111. Anyone with information is asked to contact Oamaru Police. About 400 people have attended a gathering in the Greymouth Town Square yesterday to remember those killed in the Christchurch terrorist attack. A procession to the square was led by a man who lost a friend in the shootings, with locals turning out in force to share their grief.
Grey District Mayor Tony Cockshorn leading a procession to the Greymouth Town Square yesterday to remember the victims of last week's terrorist attack in Christchurch.
Christchurch is a multicultural city of resilient people, a great city and always will be. The past 8 years have been challenging for Christchurch and Greymouth with the earthquakes and our problems that we've had over here.
Mayor Cockshorn told the crowd we don't need semi-automatics in New Zealand and slammed social media, saying it feeds extremist factions. Earlier in the day, people met at New Coasters, a network for newcomers to the West Coast.
Today we're hosting an event to mark the tragedy in Christchurch. So we've invited people over to make cards or create greetings.
Those messages of goodwill were then taken to the square, where around 400 people gathered to remember the dead.
That's why you're out here, so I thank you very much for being here today. The weather's held off for us, so that's a good sign.
A book of condolence was opened and is now available in the library. In Greymouth, the South Today.
Queenstown Police are appealing for CCTV footage as they investigate a serious crash in which a woman was trapped for several hours down a bank. The 22-year-old German tourist remains in a critical but stable condition in Dunedin Hospital's ICU, having been trapped in a black Honda Odyssey for several hours last Wednesday. Police want to hear from any businesses or individuals who may have CCTV cameras along Gorge Road. They've identified the 3 people believed to have been in the car before the crash, but say it remains unclear as to what happened at the scene. Authors of beloved books such as The Book Thief and The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas are Dunedin bound for a celebration of literature. The program for this year's Dunedin Writers and Readers Festival has been launched to be held in the city in May.
The name on the official wine of the Dunedin Readers and Writers Festival, not something you'd imagine this year's guests are overly familiar with. More than 60 writers are heading to Dunedin in May for the biennial festival, officially launched in the city this week.
You can't really be a city of literature without putting on a cracking good festival, and I mean, we know this is a community that loves to nurture writing talent, and so we also want to, bring writing talent in and mix it with our own.
Included in the lineup are Ireland's John Boyne, author of The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, and Australian writer Marcus Zusak, author of The Book Thief. Finlayson says the 8 international acts they've attracted this year is the most ever, all chosen on the strength of their work, not on a central theme.
What I worry about with a theme is that if you then have to feel like you've got to artificially fill that theme, then, does that compromise the quality of what you chase? So I just love having an open book and just going after the people that I think would make a great kind of mix.
There's also plenty of local writers taking part. Finlayson confident they've catered for most tastes and ages.
I mean, it's great to see kids in the audience just, meeting authors and illustrators for the first time and getting that kind of real sense of how books can really grow their worlds, and so that's one of the exciting things too.
All that's left now is for locals to snap up tickets for the various events over the 4-day festival.
Less Dunedinites, but they, we're so good at buying last minute, so I'm really hoping everyone just sort of rushes to the ticket counter and books ahead of time.
The festival runs from the 9th to the 12th of May in Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, the Highlanders show their support for the Muslim community before leaving for Auckland. And one of the survivors from the Christchurch terrorist attacks shares his story with us.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Dunedin Beds R Us are having a stock clearance sale during the month of February. Up to 50% off New Zealand made Sleepyhead beds. Come see Ricky and the team at 505 Princess Street next to Armstrong Prestige. Plenty of parking.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, You owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Green Island Medical Centre have 2 late night clinics. We are now open on a Tuesday and Thursday night until 7 p.m. with doctor and nurse appointments available. Phone us on 488 2754 to make a booking or to find out more information.
Tune in to Eastern Light Filmworks every week.
Welcome back. The Highlanders are set to show their support for the Islamic community before leaving for Auckland. The team will be unable to attend the citywide vigil tomorrow night as it flies out during the day for its match against the Blues on Friday night. It will instead head to Dunedin's Al-Huda Mosque to show its support. The Highlanders game against the Crusaders on Saturday was cancelled in wake of the shootings last Friday. We are one, the heartfelt sentiment of people attending a vigil in Christchurch yesterday. And survivor Ahmed Tane tells how close he came to death during the Christchurch terror attacks.
Someone who came from somewhere and tried to destroy the reputation of our great nation. That will never happen, and we stand for that. I left the office late. I was heading to the mosque, and I parked my car. When I was 200 meters away from the mosque, I heard the gun. And then the young girl and her husband, who have got a car, they came to me and they said, Ahmed, there's a gun, go back. And I was in a bit of confusion in a minute. Then I was jumping a car behind them and I told, move. And I hearing, the machine gun. And within 2 minutes, later, I have heard a gun which is close to me, a gun. And then the people, they told me where you were sitting, the passenger seat, he destroyed. So you are very lucky. You escaped within 2 minutes. The community, they feel a nightmare. But one thing we actually convinced that the society of New Zealand is not their culture. What happened? The New Zealand society are our society, and we are part of the nation. We are the citizens of this country, and we love our people, our nation. We love to stand anything against our nation. We are one.
It's been on my mind all the time, and I just needed to do something for them.
We may not know anybody that has passed, but we feel we do. They're part of us, and we're all here. We're all here for everybody, and give everybody a hug.
Just stay strong and look to the future. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you weren't there or not and you couldn't help, you're still helping in your own way, you're still supporting people. It doesn't mean that you have to be a hero to go and be amazing. It means that you can still be a hero by making a cake for somebody, by hugging them and telling them they're okay. So everyone is amazing in their own way.
I mean, we come from all walks of life, and then you come out here to the city on a Monday and just look how many people there are from how many different places, and they're all just here just kind of for the same reason. You know, and it's done the complete opposite to what he wanted. We've all united and come together, and yeah, we got this.
Yeah. And we'll rise up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the break on the South Today, we take a look at a Christchurch school project promoting connectivity, and we have tomorrow's weather for you, so stay with us.
Deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Dunedin Beds R Us are having a stock clearance sale during the month of February, up to 50% off New Zealand-made sleepyhead beds. Come see Ricky and the team at 505 Princess Street, next to Armstrong Prestige. Plenty of parking.
Most of us have spots on our skin. That's quite normal. Finding skin cancer as early as possible is key to successful treatment. Book in for a free check of 1 to 2 moles or a comprehensive full body check with the Mole Doctor in Waverley.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
Thanks for staying with us. A paper chain project which started at St Margaret's College in Christchurch has been taken up by other schools in New Zealand and Australia. The paper chain project comes in the wake of last week's terrorist attack in Christchurch, with the inventors of the idea hoping to show we're all connected.
We have the paper chains that the students of St Margaret's College have created, and they've got messages of love on them. We felt that the actions of the person, he tried to tear our city down like it was paper, but what he didn't realise was that we're all interlinked and we're strong like these chains, and I guess that's what these chains symbolise. Although there was so much ugly that happened on Friday, I think that we also did see a lot of humanity. I saw so much love being shared around and people supporting each other, and that's what Christchurch is about, that's what New Zealand is about. Yeah, and that's, I guess, what we wanted to send out to people of New Zealand and Christchurch, is that we're all about love and we're all here to support one another. Just reading a few here, there's lots saying Kia kaha Christchurch, or they are us. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Kind of stemmed from the idea that all of us in Christchurch are all interlinked, and although some of us are from different backgrounds or believe in different religions, we are all human and we all kind of support one another. Initially the movement was just for our school, but as the prefect team and I kind of discussed, we thought that it'd be good to challenge other schools to take on the kind of love that we're trying to voice, I guess. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. We, as such young people in our community, were shocked at all the events that happened, and I guess most of us felt really lost as to what we could do, because in times of such hardship or adversity we all feel kind of powerless. But just, I guess this movement's about knowing that every small action can lead to something gigantic when we all work together and collaborate as a community.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Dunedin's multi-million-dollar bus hub will be open for business tomorrow following a multi-agency official opening today. About 400 people have attended a gathering in the Greymouth Town Square yesterday to remember victims of the terrorist attack in Christchurch. And authors of beloved books such as The Book Thief and The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas are Dunedin bound for a celebration of literature. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome Hayden Meikle. What have you got for us in the paper tomorrow?
Good evening, Mel. So obviously again the Christchurch attack's still front and centre really tomorrow. A big focus looking at Dunedin in this vigil tomorrow night, which is going to be huge. Forsyth Bar Stadium, the university's right in behind it. I guess who would want to guess a crowd, but 25,000-30,000 people could be possible. So we'll have all the latest details and instructions for people, details of what to do. Clearly we want as many people as possible to go to that.
Yeah, and there seems to be a lot of people in the community that want to go and support this as well.
There'll be a lot of support. It's a big night, it's an important night. Also important is continuing to hear from members of our local Muslim community, and we hear from another woman tomorrow about some of the examples of how she's felt in this city in recent years, at times felt not so pleasant or been treated so pleasantly, but also her thoughts about what people can do to get to know the Muslim community a little bit better. And I think that's a really important theme as we look to the future of people integrating and people getting to know more about the Muslim community, which is after all only going to continue to grow as more refugees settle here. We've got the latest from Christchurch, the first funerals for the victims obviously, and the Prime Minister's back in Christchurch, so we'll have her latest thoughts on what's been happening. Elsewhere, the bus hub obviously is big Dunedin news. It's not fully operational yet, won't be for some time, but it's exciting. It's finally going to be here. It's going to change the way a lot of people, I think, move around the city, hopefully for the good.
No more traffic jams.
No more traffic jams, let's hope for that. And a bit of sport. It was the last day of the Otago Volts cricket season today. And coincidentally, we've got our big preview of club rugby season. So the old days of a gap between cricket and rugby have completely gone. Cricket's about to finish and rugby's about to start. So here we go, into it.
Wonderful. So there's something for everyone in tomorrow's ODT, and you can catch all of that tomorrow. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Beginning with the southern view taken on Great King Street before the opening of Dunedin's bus hub. Looking at the situation, expect the warm northeasterly airflow over the South Island to hang about for the next couple of days, with low cloud along eastern coast, sunny periods and high cloud inland with warm temperatures. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect a cloudy day with 22-degree highs. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are set for cloudy skies with a top temperature of 24 degrees. In Canterbury, you can expect a cloudy day with 19 degrees for Kaikoura and Christchurch with 23 for Ashburton. To the southern towns, expect light winds, some cloud. The Catlins heads for 19, while Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are looking at highs of 20 degrees and clear skies. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, Wanaka and Alexandra, you're looking at light winds, some cloud with highs of 26, while Queenstown should make it to 25, and Te Anau you can expect a fine day also and a high of 20 degrees. To the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru are in for light northeasterlies. 20 is the high for Timaru, 19 for Oamaru. Twizel and Amarama you can expect light winds, some cloud. Twizel will head for 26 degrees and Amarama has a very decent high for this time of year of 28. In Dunedin, it's going to be cloudy tonight with light winds and an overnight low of 14. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, heading for a high of 19 degrees with an overnight low of 14. And it's cloudy with mild and humid weather on Friday with light northeasterlies, looking at a high of 20 and a low of 15 degrees. And in Invercargill, fine with some cloud tonight with an overnight low of 11 degrees. Sunny and warm tomorrow with light winds, aiming for a decent high of 23 degrees and a low of 11. And it's similar conditions on Friday with light winds, but looking at a high of 25 degrees and a low of 14. And that's all our news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.